You call me fat? You are.
Alright guys, this is my first time into 24-hour fitness.
And I can't help but feel like it's because I'm fat.
It's like when people criticize Trump.
Don't think I don't notice you fat people.
The guy at the window was kind of flirty with me, so.
You won't believe the arguments fat activists make. In this video we will go through some new, fat thinking. Let's start with a somewhat of a drama triggered by fat thinking. A lazy fat mom who is feeding her kids pizzas, fries and burgers wants to be treated better.
We got pizza. We got Wendy's. We got Mexican food. We got pizza. We got Wendy's. Pizza.
She makes a comparison with another TikToker. I am not very familiar with both of them, especially the friend, but let's see what they have to say and try not to pick a side and have an open mind.
So I've been thinking about whether or not I should say something, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. This is a screenshot from a video my friend posted. Her kitchen looks just like mine, or even messier than mine is sometimes. But the difference is that when I post this stuff, I get hundreds of hate comments calling me lazy, disgusting, and a bad mom. All because my house isn't spotless. Mary gets sympathy, I get hate, and I can't help but feel like it's because I'm fat. So frustrating watching people pick and choose who gets grace and sympathy, who's allowed to be relatable, and who's just a problem. The double standard is loud, and I'm tired of pretending that it doesn't exist.
Just something I want to say. While I do my rant, watch what her house looks like. So, why do we need to force people to think the way we want them to? Even if this is true, both kitchens are in the same condition. Can the hate comments simply be because you are not likable, which is a fact? You are not likable. Maybe it isn't that you are fat, maybe it's the whole picture, you as a person. Maybe the problem isn't the thinking of others, maybe it's you. Maybe it's the way you feed your children. Maybe it's many different things.
Why do I get hate and she gets grace? We both have messy kitchens, but only one of us gets dragged for it. Time to start realizing what this really is and stop pretending that everybody is getting the same amount of hate for the same video. Because they're not. I don't know. What do you guys think in the comment section? I'm sure most people will think that I'm just blabbing or whatever, but really look at it from my perspective.
And what is your perspective? Like me, I am lovable.
Wow, crazy, can't believe you'd use me to prove some kind of point? WTF, girl?
Yeah, and your kitchen is messy and is. Like normal moms, not filthy or disgusting. There's a difference with messy and filthy.
I'm sorry that she's comparing you to her, and that ain't right, girly. At least you don't eat pizza or fast food every day. Like, you actually cook, and I love your cooking videos. May this type of friendship never find me.
This is her friend in the video she screenshotted.
Let's clean up my dirty ass kitchen as a 19-year-old teen mom to a 3-year-old baby girl, and my boyfriend is 25.
Lately, I've been feeling super overwhelmed. I've been no contact with my mom since December, and while it was the right choice, it definitely left a hole that I didn't expect. Mentally, I've been struggling just keeping up with the basics, like cleaning my kitchen, answering emails, doing laundry, filming content, and just being a mom. It's like every little tiny task feels so much heavier right now. We're in the middle of moving, so the house is chaotic.
And the first comment is,
I love how she's not like Alexandra Sabal.
Then, Alex proudly posts this next video replying to a comment. I think jealousy plays a vital part here. And what do you want the outcome of this be? You will prove a point. You will force me to like and pity you? Or on the contrary, or just the views matter? As you stated.
Thanks to my platform, I was blessed to be able to purchase my own house this year.
Let's see what her friend said after watching her video.
Her kitchen looks just like mine, or even messier than mine is sometimes.
Hi, my name is Mary Claire. I'm 19. I have a 4-year-old baby girl, for those of you who do not know me. And apparently my own friends are making videos about me. I saw the video that Alex posted, and honestly that low-key hurt. Not because she shared pictures and screenshots of the kitchen that I posted. And I have never ever claimed to be perfect on this app. Using my video to prove a point on how you get more hate than me is not okay. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what it's like to go no contact with your mom. And I'm literally in the middle of moving. Honestly, I'm just trying to survive most days. If you feel like the internet treats you unfairly, talk about that. But don't throw me under the bus to prove a point. Especially when you know that I have supported you this entire time. I am not your enemy. I am just someone who is struggling publicly. Let me know your thoughts because I don't even know what else to say about the situation.
Dude, you've been 19 for 3 years.
I also noticed something strange, but maybe on purpose or I am missing something. On the 25th of June, she says she is 19.
Let's clean up my dirty ass kitchen as a 19-year-old teen mom.
And then on the 4th of July, she is 18.
I'm 19,
I may be hearing wrong. Anyhow, then, Alex replies.
Using my video to prove a point
I cannot believe you flipped this back on me. You say I used your video to make a point, but I was just telling my truth. And everybody took the whole point of that video and flipped it to being about you, and it wasn't even about you. I was just comparing how we are treated differently. For years, I have been torn apart online for having a messy house. I've cried and I've apologized and I've tried to keep my house up, and it's never good enough for anyone. I have explained myself over and over again, my struggles. And then you post the same kind of video and you get nothing but sympathy, and that's the point that I was trying to make, is that we all have struggles, but my struggles don't matter to people, but your struggles do. And I wasn't trying to throw you under the bus. I was trying to show people how the double standard is. And now you're painting me as the bad guy for speaking up and defending myself. It hurts, Mary. I'm hurt because I thought we were friends and I didn't expect you to clap back at me like that when I was not even talking about you specifically. I didn't say anything bad about you in my video. I was only comparing the comment sections. And especially when you know exactly what I've been going through and what I deal with on a day-to-day basis, you should know better than to think I would ever throw you under the bus.
Friends don't compare, they support.
It wasn't about you. I was just comparing us. Hello, what?
Narcissists never see wrong in themselves.
Even if what she said is true, I want to quote one of our commenters who had a perfect point. I will blur the profile picture just in case they don't approve of this use. I want to be treated like a skinny person while still being fat, is like the definition of wanting to have your cake and eat it too. You can't have it both ways. You either live in this world as a fat person, or you live as a skinny person. If you don't want to be skinny, that's fine, but it's your choice. Not being willing to change your life is a choice you make every day. What do you think about the fat drama? Whose side are you on? Can this drama be just for views if they are really friends and try to gain attention this way?
Don't think I don't notice you fat people. When you sit at lunch with fat people, they always eat the least to try and prove to the other rest of the table that they're not greedy. Everyone has a meal, and we all eat our meal, and they eat like a little bit. And they just put it as soon as they leave the meeting, of course, they get into the car, open up the emergency donut rations, get the calories in. If you ate like that every day, you wouldn't be a fat fuck. You ain't tricking me. You need to eat the whole fucking plate, you may as well order dessert. What kind of size he is?
And I'm ashamed of having to have my husband help me wipe. It's absolutely humiliating to have to rely on someone else just to do basic things, like getting up or using the bathroom.
It's difficult to have to take care of Brienne day in and day out.
Wow, how embarrassing, but obviously not enough to change.
He loves it. She is his prisoner. Keep feeding her so no other man will want her. We know your game.
It's his fault? Wow, that's a bizarre take on the situation.
This is a message for the online fashion police. None of my bikinis will be kid-friendly. Teach your kids about baddies.
Bigger body, smaller swimsuit, smaller body, bigger swimsuit?
If you think about it, there's nothing to appreciate a man for.
She looks like she appreciates them hourly.
I'm getting so bored of people's lack of creativity when it comes to insulting dickheads, right? Because you'll all go straight to their weight. You'll all go straight to, oh, fat piece of shit, oh, lump of lard. Like, look at this. Now, this is a horrible video of this woman kneeing this dog, which is fucking heinous behaviour, shit behaviour. But you see down here, I'd rather have the dog in the water than that lump of lard, because she was a larger woman. And as you can see, the poster has liked it. Now, I get it. She's a fucking heinous bitch. Shouldn't be fucking kneeing other people's dogs. No, she should be kneeing any dogs, right? But why do we have to call her fat? Why do we have to body shame her? Why can't we just criticize her for her acts?
So Hannah here is just mad about people using fat references as insult. But if being fat is awesome, aren't the people basically praising her instead of insulting? Maybe the creator liked the praises. Maybe all people think like you, and in fact the comments in the video are praises. Maybe it's not meant to be an insult.
It's like when people criticize Trump. Criticize Trump because he's a fucking cunt. Criticize him because he's a fucking dickhead, narcissist piece of shit, racist piece of shit. Criticize him for that. But no, they don't do that. They always go, oh, well, he's fat. Oh, he's lied about his weight on his medical. Who gives a flying fuck that he's fat? Criticize him for what he's doing. And it just shows, because it just shows that people actually don't care about the action. They just want to criticize people's bodies. That's all they want to do. They want the opportunity. Just, as soon as you've done something wrong, they think it's carte blanche. We can criticize your body now. We can call you a fat piece of shit, call you a lump of lard, and everyone's going to fucking like it. That comment I just showed you, like 2,000 likes of people going, yeah, fucking lump of lard. Not, she's a fucking heinous bitch, right? It just drives me mad. Like, expand your insulting vernacular.
But wait, you say, criticize him for being piece of shit, but then say, criticize him about his actions. Aren't you doing the same? Let's hear you again.
Because he's a fucking cunt. Criticize him because he's a fucking dickhead, narcissist piece of shit. We can criticize your body now. We can call you a fat piece of shit, call you a lump of lard, and everyone's going to fucking like it.
But you already said piece of shit is okay. And maybe, just maybe, piece of shit can be a positive thing, since fat is now a positive word.
That and disability. Like, who gives a fuck if Trump or Elon are incontinent? Lots of people are, and I'm actually way more mad about the fascism and glorification of wealth inequality.
Hannah at her finest, trying so hard to sound smart. Although she doesn't need to speak, the inflamed redness of her face does the talking.
You call me fat? You are. And you're not no better. You're fat too. Baby, look, there's a difference. Your shape's funny. I'm voluptuous. I have things in the right place. Like, there's a difference between you and I. You're not voluptuous. You're just fat. Okay.
That's one heavy argument.
Delusions come in all shapes and sizes.
You think somebody's gonna pick you up tonight? You need a forklift.
We're all...
She a gym girly. Alright guys, this is my first time into 24-hour fitness. Bench over here. Oh yeah.
Here.
But do you have to go to the gym to swing that thing? Wasn't this just wasted time? Can you do this at home? Or even better, first, just focus on your diet and just walk. You can barely walk. Start with the basics. You don't need such fancy and useless things. I was gonna support you and tell you good job, but you can't expect to do a 5-minute workout and then drink 800 calories right after it and expect to lose weight.
It's more a workout for the person who pushes you. You will need 48 hours fitness.
Yo, $20 right now if you can zip that jacket.
He didn't say while wearing it, lol.
The guy at the window was kind of flirty with me, so I know I said I would be single for a long time, but it's gonna be hard.
This must happen a lot, since you've been off the meds?
These were all new videos, but let's make a retrospective and see some of the old delusions.
These two lovely ladies walked into the store and they were shopping together and they were yapping and they, seemed to be having a lovely time together. Two friends, I would assume. One of the girls was a straight size, a very thin straight size person. The other girl looked more similar to us. And as they were approaching the sales counter, the straight size person says to the not straight size person, "That's why I can't smoke weed, because I get fat." I realize that this girl probably had no ill intent in saying these things, right? She probably had no ill intent. She wasn't thinking anything badly of her friend. But if you think about it, okay, so you just told your friend, "I can't smoke weed because then I'll look like you." Yeah. Oh, what? No.
Why is that so bad? Let's slightly modify the story. An arm amputee and a friend go to the zoo. The friend says, "I don't want to pet the tiger because I can lose my arm."
Oh, what? No. And you said it in front of me. And babe, I know you have eyes. So you said that in front of two fat people.
Do you feel like there's an inference from people who are smaller to people who are bigger, that they don't want to be big too, that it's like a shared commonality, and that's what makes it okay to say? She was like, "Oh, I don't want to do that because then we'd both be in the same boat."
Exactly. I very much think that's what it is. Like, you don't want to be that way, and I definitely don't want to get that way. So, that's why I'm making this comment, right? It is that assumption. It's that assumption, you're probably not comfortable in your body, and I wouldn't be comfortable in that body either. So, that's why I feel okay making this kind of comment.
Yes, the person without the arm may be confident with his body, but does that mean that we all need to strive for that?
Talking barrels.
Exercise is the single biggest elixir for brain health. And it's amazing how much more powerful it appears to be than nutrition, even sleep. And those things are very important, but exercise is in a league of its own. And we studied this question extensively about 8 years ago. And I initially just refused to believe this was the answer because it seemed too simplistic. I thought there had to be something more powerful.
Let's end this video with some motivation.
Dieting is not correlated with weight loss. Well, yeah, fat's a choice. Fat consequences. Woo!
You need to lose weight. You'd be so pretty if you lost weight. No.
I need you to start wrapping your head around the idea that people can pursue fitness without a weight loss goal.
I'm fat because I drink too much red wine and I don't exercise enough.
That's not true. You're not fat because of what you eat and how much exercise you do.
If you think fat people talk about weight a lot, then you haven't been around or lived with people who are fatphobic.
Body positivity wouldn't exist as we know it today if it weren't for fat liberationists, if it weren't for the work of queer, fat, disabled, black activists.
Fat acceptance, the only movement that requires no movement at all.
For the millionth fucking time, existing as a fat person is not promoting obesity. Loving your body and being confident about your body is also not promoting obesity. So fuck off, bitch.